Good morning, ICT Grade 7 students, and welcome to our third quarter week 4 discussion. This is Aljay Buhian, your ICT subject teacher. So for this week's discussion, we will be talking about calculating data storage. For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, the students will be able to A. Perform calculation needed to complete tasks using the 4 mathematical fundamental operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and also employ different techniques in checking accuracy of the computation. Calculating data storage. While a bit is the smallest representation of data, the most basic unit of digital storage is the byte. So a byte is 8 bits and is the smallest unit of measure used to represent data storage capacity. When referring to storage space, we use the terms bytes or B, kilobytes or KB, megabytes or MB, gigabytes or GB, and terabytes or TB. So for 1 kilobyte is a little more than 1000 bytes, specifically 1024 bytes. A megabyte represents more than a million bytes, or 1,048,576. A gigabyte is 1,073,741,824 bytes, and a terabyte is 99,511,627,776, and the exact number is gained by taking 2, exponentiate, and power. So these are the quantities of bytes. So we have the common prefix and then the binary prefix. So let's start with the common prefix. So we have the name kilobyte. Its symbol is KB or KB, and then the decimal is 10 to the power of 3, and then the binary is 2 to the power of 10. Then for the megabyte, we have MB, and then the decimal is 10 to the power of 6, then the binary from 2 to the power of 20. Then for the gigabyte, we have GB, then 10 to the power of 9 as its decimal, and then for the binary we have 2 to the power of 30. Then terabyte, which is TB, and then the decimal is equivalent to 10 to the power of 12, and then for the binary we have 2 to the power of 40. Then we also have the petabyte, which symbol is PB, then the decimal is 10 to the power of 15, and then for its binary is 2 to the power of 50. Then we also have the exabyte, which stands for EB, and then its decimal is 10 to the power of 18, and for its binary is equals to 2 to the power of 60. Then we also have the zettabyte or ZB. Its decimal is equivalent to 10 to the power of 21. Then for its binary we have the 2 to the power of 70. And lastly we have yottabyte. Its symbol is YB, and its decimal is equivalent to 10 to the power of 24, and then for its binary is equivalent to 2 to the power of 80. And let's proceed to the binary prefix. So we have the names kbyte, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, then zettabyte, and then UBbyte. So we have there the symbols and then the binaries, the equivalents of the binary prefixes. So in general, when something is represented digitally, the greater the detail, the greater the number of bits needed to represent it. So like for example, a low resolution picture from a digital camera will use around 360 KB, and a high resolution picture could use 2 MB or more. So kilobytes, megabytes, gigabytes, and terabytes are typically used to measure the size or storage capacity of a device. So for example, of components and devices that use byte storage include random access memory or RAM, hard disk drive space, CDs, DVDs, and MP3 players. Okay, so for CDs, they have a data storage capacity of approximately 700 MB. And then for DVDs, they have a data storage capacity of approximately 4.3 gigabytes on a single layer disk and approximately 8 gigabytes on a dual layer disk. Then for Blu-ray disc, we have storage capacity of 25 gigabytes on a single layer disk and 50 gigabytes on a dual layer disk. For example, a file is 20 kilobytes in size. So 1 kilobyte is equivalent to 1024 bytes. So 20 times 1024 is equals to 20,480 bytes in a 20 kilobytes file. So if a 20 kilobytes file is stored in a 1 MB folder, so 1 MB is equivalent to 1,048,576 bytes of space. So then the approximately a total of 51 files can be stored in that folder. 1,048,576 divided by 20,480 is equals to 51.2. So it is the explanation there, or the equation. So that's all for this week's discussion. Thank you for listening, and may God bless you.